Hi, and welcome to you. I want to talk about Matt Gaetz. And the other day I made a video about Jim Jordan, how he was pretty much useless. Even though he speaks a lot of truth to power, he doesn't really actually take much meaningful action. In fact, after 2 years of being stonewalled by every agency in the US government, he's now threatening subpoenas. Well, Matt Gaetz is actually showing what the other GOP representatives need to be striving for. And I'm going to show you that right after you like and subscribe. So the ATF has time and again overstepped the democratic process by making up rules on its own, and it has done it again, this time with pistol braces. If you're not familiar with pistol braces, they are braces that go onto the forearm, and they can be used with a pistol, kind of turning a pistol into a small rifle in a way. But you may think, well, who needs that? Well, there's a lot of people who need that, and that includes disabled people and people who have been wounded in, say, combat. So a lot of our wounded warriors and veterans depend on these.
For the Biden administration to come and try to take away that right for disabled veterans to be able to use these stabilizing devices so that they can exercise their rights to protect their families is just mind-boggling.
Stabilizing braces allowed me to instruct the other wounded veterans and first responders to participate in hunts by using similar braces, without which that due to their injuries, they would not have been able to use.
And for the last several years, I've been traveling the country teaching veterans how to shoot again. That brace is the foundation of everything I did around the country.
Using this device helps me protect my family.
And I had a young man who had half of a finger, and that was all he had. And I took him out there with a braced firearm, and I took him on the range, and in about 30 minutes, I had him hitting a target consistently at 25 yards every single time with his one little digit. And it completely changed his perspective. No other tool in the world could do that.
Who's some guy sitting in an office here in DC gonna tell me that I can't use the stabilizing brace to help me shoot or any of these other veterans across the country?
If this overreach is allowed, it would make a majority of law-abiding veterans and first responders criminals overnight. These are the people that answered the call of our great nation.
Now, the ATF has decided that these pistol braces all need to be registered. And registering a firearm or any part of a firearm in a national database is a big no-no. And time and again, the ATF has overstepped their bounds. And this is a common occurrence that you see with the federal government. We saw it with the CDC and the FDA, and we see it with ATF. So Matt Gaetz has decided to do something about it. And what he's done is he's introduced legislation to abolish the ATF. And I don't see why this would be controversial. And you can say, well, the ATF, they do a lot of crime investigations and this and that. But, if the FBI wasn't spending all their time going after Americans and patriots, they could probably take over investigating the crimes that the ATF is supposed to be investigating. The only thing worse than a bloated bureaucracy is when that bureaucracy starts to become redundant. And that's really what has happened here. Do we really need a bureau to look after our alcohol and our tobacco and our firearms? I don't think so. And it doesn't make any sense to me that they would put alcohol, tobacco, and firearms all in the same category together. It has a negative connotation towards firearms, if you ask me. So while I think that Matt Gaetz's legislation has about a 3% chance of actually passing, this is actually the idea. And this is what we need to actually start pushing for. Stop the threatening subpoenas and all this other junk. We need to defund these people. The power of the purse is in Congress's hands. And if they aren't funded, they can't tyrannize the people of the United States. That's the way I see it. Let me know what you think down below, if you agree or disagree, and I appreciate you sticking around this long. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I promise it will get better. I'm a work in progress. Now, until next time, peace be with you.